This is the Chevy Cruze, the first generation, 2010-2015, and programming the keys in this car is possible on your own. Whether you have the normal key and want to program the second key, or you don't have the normal key, you may program this on your own. And there are several situations. First of all, this depends on whether you have the push button start or a simple ignition key cylinder like me. I will tell you about both situations. So first of all, if you have the good key and just want to program another key, if your key, for example, stops synchronizing with the car, or you just bought another key and want to program it, what you need to do, first insert the working key, the key that actually belongs to this car, into the ignition cylinder, then turn on the ignition for 5 seconds. Then turn off the ignition and take the key out, and then immediately insert the second key that should be cut. So it should be cut before you do this, to fit the ignition here and ignition cylinder, and then insert the second key and turn on the ignition. You will need some time. The immobilizer light will go on, and the car will need some time to reprogram the key. It takes maybe 10 or 12 seconds, and when the immobilizer light goes off, you just take the key out and your second key is programmed. And you can program up to, I think, 5 or 6 keys. That's not for sure, don't cite me on this, but I think you can program several keys, and that's possible in this car. If you don't have the proper key and all your keys are desynchronized, but you can get access to the car, in Canada it will not work. In Canadian vehicles you will need to go to the dealership, but in the USA you can do this. I don't know about Europe, maybe it will work, maybe it will not work. You need to check this. So if you don't have the synchronized key, but you have pre-cut key, so it can open the doors in this car, for example, you can do the following. So you can insert the key, the new key, the desynchronized key, into the ignition cylinder, turn the ignition and wait for 10 minutes. You will have the immobilizer light illuminating, and you will need to wait for 10 minutes. Then the immobilizer light will go off, and then you will just need to turn off the ignition and take the key out. Then immediately put it in the ignition cylinder again and turn on the ignition for another 10 minutes. And then again the third time. So it will take you about half an hour, but the desynchronized key or the new key will be programmed this way without paying any money to a locksmith or to the dealership. But also you need to know that previously synchronized keys will not work anymore with this car. So if you had some other spare key and you found it after you programmed the key this way for half an hour, you will not be able to start your car with the old key. So only this key will work, and you can then use this synchronized key to program as many other key fobs as you want. In the push start buttons cars, you will have the special compartment here under this lid. You will easily take this lid off. It's not in this car because it doesn't have this compartment, of course. And you will have a special slot to insert your key. So in this situation, what you will need to do, you will need to open this slot, insert your working key if you have the synchronized proper key, insert this in this slot, and then take the new key when this key is in the slot and go outside and open your driver's door several times. This is what you need to do, 5 times actually. You need to unlock the door. Then after that you take your synchronized key outside of the slot and take your new key that you've just used to open the door and insert it into this slot. And then the next thing is to press the start button without pressing the brake pedal, and it will turn on the ignition and will tell you that the key is ready to program. Now you remove the new key from this slot and press the unlock button once. You press it once and the key is ready to use. If you don't have the synchronized key and you have the push button start, what you need to do in Canada, you will need to go to the dealership or to the locksmith you will not be able to program it this way, but in the USA you will be able to program it. So for this you will need to take your new key, insert it into the driver's door keyhole and open it quickly, unlock it quickly 10 times. After that, take it out and wait for about 10 minutes, exactly 10 minutes, and then insert it again and unlock the door 10 times and wait for another 10 minutes, and then repeat this procedure for the third time. Then you take your new key immediately and insert it into this backup slot here. And when you insert it, press the push button start without pressing the brake pedal. You will turn on the ignition and the dash will tell you ready to program. And then you take out this key and press the unlock button once. And the new key is ready to use, and then you can use this key to program any other key that you want. This is how it works. Sounds complicated, but actually if you follow the steps, it's not complicated at all, and you will not need to pay anything.